Okay, that's fine.
Good evening, everyone. Um, you're welcome to another session of the Retail Giant series, My Retail Experience, brought to you by Retail Giants. Retail Giants is a social initiative passionate about getting young people off the streets through education, empowerment, and sustainable employment within the retail industry. And the main purpose of this series is to put together a platform to encourage and inspire budding and early retail entrepreneurs and enthusiasts by bringing on board seasoned retailers across different spheres of influence to come share their experience, their journeys, their challenges, and their victories as well to how they've navigated through the tides of retail entrepreneurship. And today we have the privilege of having one of such entrepreneurs who has 25 years skin on the game. And she's here to share, not just to inspire, but to also spend the next few minutes to charge us, encourage us in our work of retail entrepreneurship. So permit me to use the next few minutes to introduce to her, which is a great privilege for me. Mrs. Debbie Akindele-Ojo is an award-winning, passionate, and driven individual with extensive experience in management, branding, and people management. She established Every Woman Limited on December 1996, a fashion retail chain with over 6 locations in Nigeria. She is a winner Female Entrepreneur of the Year 1997/1998, winner Female Businesswoman of the Year 2000, Success Digest Award, winner Top Female Entrepreneur. She has quite a lot of awards to her, and she's a confidential branding and policy development consultant for several companies since 1991, and she's a trainer at several business seminars in Lagos and the United Kingdom. She has successfully led marketing, advertising, and branding campaigns, and with an understanding of commercial imperatives and able to demonstrate inspirational leadership. She has conducted quite a number of trainings and seminars, such as customer service training, beyond image perception and body language in business, change management training, take it out negotiation, and conflict management seminar. She has a passion for Nigeria, its people, and its continued existence as one nation regardless of religion or tribal dispositions and persuasions. Please welcome with me Mrs. Debbie Akindele-Ojo. You're very welcome, ma'am. It's a great honor to have you on this platform.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, ma'am. So we were set for an exciting time. I've particularly looked forward to this particular session, and that's because I followed you silently for a number of years, more like your brand, and it was exciting for me to see quite recently the brand celebrate 25 years. That's such a huge feat. Even marriages have not even, some marriages have not survived this long. Then you have a business in a place like Nigeria that not just, survives the first, second, third, fourth, fifth year, but we're talking about 25 years later. I want to say a big congratulations to you, ma, and your brand, and your entire management and staff. So
Thank you.
It's really a big one. So, ma'am, I will just be throwing in some questions. I'll be taking in questions also from the stream, but we have quite a couple you can start with. So, ma'am, let's just hear you. Before venturing into retail, or more like starting Every Woman, what were you up to before, and what inspired your decision to become being a retail entrepreneur?
Thank you. I got some of the questions you sent. There were a few things that were not quite right. Okay, I was never a banker. I've never worked in a bank. I did my youth service at the Nigerian Stock Exchange for a year. And after that, my mom had a construction farm, a farm of it was like she did a lot of contracts and they had to do with construction a lot. So I joined my mom and I started a couple of my own companies based on what my mom did and what I need to do. So my first company was a company called Wellworth Interiors. We used to do a lot of interiors. And then I got into building because basically my mom used to do that. The buildings that we did was basically developed for buy land, develop, build for people that lived abroad. I did that for a long time, but after some time, I think building sites compromise your health. And while it was nice, but if you can't be in a building site, basically you are going to lose money. What's going to happen is that people that should use cement will steal cement, they will use more sand, it will compromise your integrity. I'm a hands-on, everything I do, I'm a hands-on person. I want to see it because if I give my word, I don't delegate my integrity. So if I give my word that something is going to happen, it makes sense. It behooves me to be there and execute because people are paying based on I said so. So for me, that was one of the reasons why it was. I mean, sometimes it's funny enough. I've done a few buildings since then, but it's not like I permanently have a helmet on my head and I'm breathing in cement anymore. Then everyone, funny enough, I think was just an accident of nature in the sense that 1996. I mean, I just spoke to my brother a couple of hours ago. We had lost our mom. It was quite tragic at the time, and I think, needing distraction from because my mom died. My mom died quite young, and she was 48. 48. She just turned 48 when she died. So needing distraction, being grief laden and all. I mean, we are still at our Kwebi location. That's our first location. And I've become like a member of that family as well because Madam Akibino, my first landlady, adopted me, and then the building belonged to her son. So her son, uncle, is still alive. Madam Akibino sadly passed last year. In life, she lived. I mean, she was 90 something, I believe. So we're still at Okwebi for you to go. I mean, I believe in the strength. I think entrepreneurship excels on the strength of relationships that you can build.
Wow.
You know, if I'm going to teach anybody about entrepreneurship, the first thing I will teach you is integrity, because you cannot build any relationship without integrity. So your success as an entrepreneur rests on the in relationships that you can build over the years. I have suppliers that I've had for God knows how long. The fact that integrity is something that's very important to me means that I have access to credits without bank charges. I can give you an example. Like we're doing the Every Month 25th anniversary. One of my dreams was to sell at the price that I sold in 1996. That's why we're doing the 3 for 10K.
Wow.
And we've been able to achieve that because we were selling dresses, long, short dresses for 3,005 in 1996. So I thought, okay, why don't we do a one better and do 3 for 10K so you can have for 10,000 naira, do this. To do this, and we even added some suits. Now, to do this meant I had to bring in suppliers. There are some things people are buying, like there's a suit that we sold. It's part of the 3 for 10K and it's an imported suit. They're only paying for freight to get it to Nigeria because our supplier actually gave us for free. When I said to him, this is what I want to do.
Wow.
Do you have anything that you're going to do? Yeah. So the only thing they're paying for, I mean, imagine you're buying a suit that's in Top Shop for 3,500. Even in retail, it's 49.99. 49.99 if you do your maths. Pound is how much now? I mean, that's about 40K, thereabouts. But they're only paying for the freight. I had a meeting with my suppliers in Nigeria, the ones for fabrics, and these are the major merchants for fabrics. And I said to them, this is what I want to do. And the goal is I want to sell a minimum of 25,000 dresses before December. I can only do that if you would consider giving me fabrics at cost. And they are actually giving me fabrics at cost. No freight. They're not even putting their freight there. They're just saying that Madam wants to do this kind of thing. Okay, I will give you 5,000. You pay the cost. Me, I will give you this. So that's what I'm saying, that entrepreneurship only grows on the basis of the strength of the relationship you have been able to grow. If I did not have a relationship that was profitable with these people, I will not tell them that, oh yeah, give me something at the same price you bought it. And let me even make you laugh. Somebody gave us, he gave about, as a present for our customers, one of the suppliers that supplies fabrics, one of my Igbo brothers, he gave us about 600 yards, completely free.
Wow.
Completely free. That's why we're selling shimmies at the rate of 1,000 naira. The cost of making that shimmy is about 1,000 naira.
I saw
But they are
that,
giving us the
and I
fabric.
was blown when I saw that.
We are only paying costs because the fabric you just said, okay, madam, okay, let me see you. Congrats. This 25 years is not being so. Let me give you this. And guess what? The fabric for that shimmy. When people get it, they're going to be blown away. It's polyamide elastane, the same as Marks and Spencer. You will, it's climate control. You are not going to sweat when you wear it.
Wow.
It's the same one, similar to what Nike uses, the climate control. Those fabrics that they keep heat away from you. They don't draw heat in, and they are smooth. They won't leave any lines. That's what I'm talking about, relationships.
This is so good. This is so good. As in, relationships are important. If there's anything you get from what she's just said, she said that to be in business or to be an entrepreneur, you leverage on the resource, the relationships that you have. And for that to happen, you must be a person of integrity, because I do not see how people will want to support you if you have not shown over the years that you're a person of integrity. You're a woman who her word is her bond. So they see a reason to want to be there for you when you're doing something. So let's take that away. Integrity and relationships. Thank you, ma'am, from that. The second question I would like to ask, ma'am, how was your early years? From what I've heard, it was more like, I wouldn't say it's an accident, because nothing really happens by accident. So I would want to ask that you stumbled, let's say you stumbled on this journey, but when you started, you probably started to learn some things on the job, because it was not like you were prepared for it per se. So share with us what your early years were like, the challenges, things you learned that, you know, that, oh, I stumbled on it and it was terrible, but I learned this from this and it helped me in this way over the last years. Yeah.
Okay. I learned not to get attached. You know, you can be dedicated to your business, you can be dedicated to a purpose, but I learned not to get attached to things and to people.
I love that.
Because if you get attached to it, let me give you an example. Let's say staff. You get attached to staff. And as it is in the case of Nigeria, most times, they are the ones that the ones that you like the most are the ones that are going to rub you blind. It helps you start to weaken your own structures. There are structures in every woman that are not weakened by my attachment to anybody.
Wow.
My attitude is staff come, and staff can go. I'm hardly caught by surprise. I'm inconvenienced sometimes, but I am not caught by surprise. Two, that's the human being part.
Yes, ma'am.
You establish structures that work in your business that are not affected by sentiments or emotions. Now, I own every woman. I do not take advice based on other people's sentiments. I take advice based on the person's precedence. The first question is, are you smarter than I am? Are you more knowledgeable than I am? Is the advice you are giving me, can I prove it? Are there figures? Is there data to back that this advice has worked before? Or well, Nigerians are very well-meaning, but their well-meaningness normally is based on the addiction for us to be right in every argument. So they are not arguing because they know what they are arguing. They just want to be right and for you to agree with them.
Not like they have
So
facts.
normally, I will listen to your advice. I will thank you for it. I will investigate what you're saying. If it makes sense, I will have a trial period on a very small scale. If it works, yes. If it does not work, and you ask me later, why didn't I do this? Oh no, it just wasn't right for me at the time. And I found that is the best thing that you can do, because the initial mistakes I made when I started was being carried away by sentiments. A supplier likes me and he gave me a good price before, so because of that, I'm going to buy stuff from him just to help him. If he can't sell it, what makes me think that I can sell it?
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's important that your business and your emotions are two separate entities. Success in business is a question of the figures. And I need to correct you. Yes, we did have 6 or 7 locations around Nigeria, but I closed Kaduna, I closed Abuja, I closed Port Harcourt, and just centered in Lagos for the simple reason that Port Harcourt was too dangerous. The
Oh,
rate of kidnapping was it was crazy. When we were in Kaduna, every single Sunday, I got a threat of how I was going to be beheaded every single Sunday. And this was about 8, 9 years ago. And then someday like that, there was a curfew that was declared, and my staff was stuck in their homes there because they came from Lagos and had no food to eat for almost 7 days because they were just killing Southerners. And what I did was just to get uh, a friend of mine who has a huge company. They were delivering something to the north. They had a pharmaceutical company, so I just begged them, "Can I use your big truck on the way back to bring everything back?" I removed everything. People just found that by the end of that curfew, by the Sunday, we had emptied the building. I still had my landlord was a Alaji Chachangi, lovely man. He was shocked that I was willing to leave 1 year, 1.5 year rent. I just left it because the safety of my staff is more important to me. And funny enough, as soon as I left the estate for them, Boko Haram forgot me.
wow.
I mean, I had a huge store, bigger than my Lagos store, in 22 Constitution Road, very high street in Kaduna. But is my looking for money worth the death of my staff? You choose your battles in business. To choose your battle. Even in Lagos, we're scaling down. We closed our Awolowo Road store. It didn't make sense because what was coming in, as much as I wanted to have a store on the island, the rent, the rent that we paid and the stuff that was coming in was like half of the stores that were 5 times cheaper. So what was the point? So when customers are complaining, you closed the Awolowo Road down. The sales that came in was not commensurate to the rent and the cost of maintaining the place. It's purely a business decision. My ego cannot be signing checks that it can't afford.
Wow. I love that.
Purely business decision. Absolutely. So what we do now, I'm working on something that will make customers very happy. I'm hoping that by the end of the year, by the time the anniversary is there, I'm working on seeing whether we can do delivery in Lagos State for free. You pay one fee, we pay just 10,000 naira per year, and we'll deliver for you for free. If you like, order 5 things in a day, we'll deliver for free. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get a logistics partner. All of them have told me, Madam, never. You want to kill us? Never. We can never agree. But I'm trying to convince them that if we get 2,000 people that pay, and I pay you up front, you can use it to pay some big bills too.
Yes, ma'am.
Some Hey, so if these people pay 10,000 naira per year and we get 1,000 people, that paid that, and I carry that money and give you, bash. That
And
will
they
sort
fix
out
it.
all your loan, some loan. But so far, I'm dangling the bait. Nobody has decided to bite yet. But I think by the time they know the numbers we have, because in every month we have good numbers. We have good numbers. So once they join it, once they join it, we can deliver for free. Then I'm thinking outside Lagos states, if they would, because there are some places that, oh my God, it's crazy. I need to go and sit down with either, I'm thinking of Red Star, because I don't know whether DHL will be, we use DHL right now. I'm not sure they're flexible. So I want to sit down with Red Star and offer them the same deal. That what if I get about 300 people to pay 20,000 naira per year? Will you deliver their things for free nationwide? Because Amazon is doing it, and that is how Amazon
Yes,
Prime is
ma'am.
abroad.
Yes, ma'am. Amazon Prime.
Yes. So that's what that's those are the things I'm working on. I'm hoping that so that by this time next year, I can shut down more stores. Left to me, I only want 1 or 2 stores. I'm not interested in multiple locations.
I
The
know.
world is not the world is moving away from brick and mortar. So you be stupid. I mean, the most successful fashion store in the world as is now doesn't have a single store. It's called ASOS, as seen on Stars. They don't have a store. They don't have a physical store. They have a warehouse where everything is disbursed worldwide. Their figures confirm that they are right. So you do not need bricks and mortar. You do not need bricks and mortar. You just need to be able to get your things, get it. Like we have a perfect size chart. We have our own size chart. I mean, the whole thing about everyone, my greatest achievements in everyone is being able to work with. I've been able to get, I spoke to one of the young, very expensive designer, and she used to make things for 75,000 naira per a pop. And I've been able to convince her to move to ready to wear. She was first, she was first disgusted at me, attach my name to something that's 3 for 10K, God forbid. And I said to her, look at the figures. Look at the figures. Before you
Numbers
finish
never
sewing
lie.
one dress for 75K, you sew one dress for 75K, they come and do fitting 3 times. They tell you that zip are spoiled. They tell you that whatever, and then you have to cut a pattern for that person. Because if you're a real designer, you need to cut a pattern for everything that you sew. So I said to her, what if you cut a pattern of one style
Well, thank
and you
1,000.
make for 400 people? And you make for 400 people. And then she said, okay, she was willing to consider it. She's not sure. Then we asked her to make us some trousers. We have this, I have this pair of trousers. They're the best. Oh my God, you've never seen them. They're so comfortable. So I told her that, can you replicate this? She replicated it. I told her the price I wanted to pay, and I ordered 1,000 pieces from her. And then the first week, he got a check, bam. The second week, bam. The third week, bam. She told her that she actually sold all her big people. She was no longer interested. Because, when you are making ready to wear and you are mass producing, you have the option of your creativity is amazing. You cut in such a way that, and then what we do in every woman now, we cut in between sizes. A lot of people, I'm sure you've had that problem as a woman before. You are not a size 10, you are not a size 12, you are like a size
I'm
13
still
in
there.
between.
I'm still there.
So now, how we cut our clothes is everything is in between. Our medium is a size 13. It will fit a size 12 and it will fit a
It's
14
like
perfectly.
14.
So our large is an in between. A 14 can get into it, a large can get into it. So, and when you do things like this, it helps your online business prosper. Because we still have one of the biggest, how would I say, one of the things that's helped every woman is that the buying power is huge. Now, if you want to go to the fabric market and buy 5 yards, they might sell to you at 5,000 naira per yard. If I show up there to buy 5,000 yards, they will ask you to leave. And they will sell to me at probably 20% of what you paid. So that buying power is there. And that helps every woman in Nigeria, and it helps every woman abroad.
Amazing. Wow. This is so good. In fact, when you touched on um, business, or should I say selling, moving from brick and mortar to online stores, I was because if you had checked one of some of the questions that I sent, I wanted to hear from you. comparing between the two, because you have run this, because over the last few years, possibly 2 years, I've seen you push more effort on your online, store. So I kept on thinking that, okay, so if you were supposed to compare between the two, what's it been like from the brick and mortar, transiting from the brick and mortar store to the online? So what has it really been like? And what advantages that you've said some things, some advantages, but I just wanted you to hit on it more, because I say I co-found a retail technology solution. And so you go into a store, you check out at the point of sale. But I see a lot of businesses struggling, really struggling. At the end of everything, they probably just have just a few to pay their overhead. But I see that the online store is actually a low barrier for entry. You just enter, you start to sell. So I just wanted to know what your experience has been like, Ma, comparing the two scenarios, Ma.
Okay. When we first started the online store, it was disastrous. It was, oh my God. Because hello.
Hello, Ma. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you again. You just went all yellow for a second, but I can't see you anymore though. But does it matter?
No. Please continue, Ma. I think it's my network.
Okay. All right. So when we first started the online store, it was disastrous. I had 2 members of staff that were supposed to be in charge of it. I moved my secretary there, and somebody else joined. I forget now. And they made the kind of losses they were making. It was terrible, and it seemed like a nuisance. But I kept on at it because I know I had a good feeling about online, and the online thing was just a little cubicle in our Ogba store. The first 2 months, we made barely enough to cover the delivery charges. And this was because Nigerians have a thing about, they will order something, pay on delivery. When they get there, they will call the person, you will see the person's phone ring and they'll switch off their phone. So the pay on delivery cost us, I think we lost close to like $500,000 naira the first 6 months of trying to do pay on delivery. So I just said to them that, you know what, I don't want to do pay on delivery. Then we lost a lot of customers because they said, oh, it's a scam. They just want to collect their money. But we kept on pushing on. And after some time, I noticed that some online stores were rivaling some of our physical stores. Then another thing I noticed with online is that Nigerians don't trust websites. They really don't.
So true.
So what I did was create WhatsApp lines. So we initially had 2 WhatsApp lines where you could order and speak to somebody. They will send you things. They will send you styles. That WhatsApp line now has grown to like 5. And even as I speak to you now, I'm still having to confirm orders. Oh, this person has paid. This person has not paid. If you notice, I look down. It's because I'm confirming stuff on the phone. So the online, the combination of them selling on Facebook Messenger, on IG, on their DMs, and on the WhatsApp makes them just as viable as a brick and mortar store. And the bigger they get, because my goal is to eventually have 10, like right now we have 5 people dedicated to online. My goal is to eventually have 10 of them, and then wind down a major. I most likely I will never close your Kwebi store. Why? Because it's the first, it's where I started from. But the online store is based in Ogba. So for me, those are the 2 stores I'm majorly interested in. And I believe once we're able to strike that deal and sell a 10K delivery for a whole year to people, I think we won't need physical stores. I don't think we will need physical stores, because physical stores in Nigeria, let me tell you this, for people that are starting business, I'm trying to discourage you, don't be so fast to open a store. Don't be so fast. The issue of multiple taxation in Lagos is very, very real. And they differ from local government to local government. And let me go back to that relationship thing I said to you. In the local governments we have in Ikeja and the other areas, we actually have to develop relationship with them in the sense that before they bring our bills, we are there. My people are there collecting what the right bills are, because they can come and give you a bill as in an estimated value, and you are obligated to pay. How much are you making? But you find that most negotiations are busy fighting and then tipping people, not having receipts. No, I have no problem tipping anybody, but if you are going to do something for me, you are going to give me a legal receipt that I'm going to show, so that when they sack you, nobody's going to come and meet me and tell stories.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that my people also know I have this policy. If somebody comes in and they're law enforcement official, they're Lagos state official, the first thing you do, I did not ask anybody to fight on my behalf. Get their phone number, get their contact details. My accountant will follow up. If it's a problem that I can't solve, it will escalate it to me. I think I'm friendly. For the sake of my business, I have to be friendly. You'd be surprised that offend the wrong person and that person can redesign your life as you know it. So my attitude to people is I'm very friendly. I'm very respectful. Before you finish calling me madam, I have called you sir. So we are all madaming, and sometimes I wonder why people say they have problem with the police. Because let me give you an example. My children went out some time back, and then one child, a friend of theirs, decided to be saucy. And my daughter doesn't speak, Yoruba is not very good. So she said to them that, Emma Binusa, Oriomode Yoku. So I said, Mommy, I know that one. She said, sir, we're trained from different homes. My mother will kill me that I would be rude to an elder. So whatever she says, sir, don't blame me, because this is not her car. We're only going to go and drop her in our house. If you arrest us or anything, my mother will kill us, because she will assume that I've been rude to an elder. And in my house, we live by commandment number 5. Honor thy father and thy mother. And because I'm African, you are my father. Wow. I'm telling you, this man released them one time.
Straight. You release her.
And you know, that's the same way I train my staff. When you work for me, you don't represent yourself. We have a rule in every woman. If you are rude to a customer, before the customer gets to the door, you are fired.
Wow.
So because of that, my people will just stand in front of you saying sorry. You can insult them from here to kingdom come. They will stand in front of you saying sorry. The people that have not said the obligatory sorry have been fired. Because like I make it very clear to them, you may be feeling cool with yourself, but these are our bosses. They don't come to buy, I can't pay you a salary. Do you understand? Can you see where I'm telling you about relationship with your staff? My staff can never say in 25 years that they have seen me exchange words with a customer. Even when a customer is lying, and we have a few that lie, they'll wear clothes. You can see the armpit stain there. Even when I'm being firm, telling you I'm not going to change it, I'm not rude. I will insist on what I'm saying. I will not raise my voice. I will not be rude. And sometimes for the sake of relationship, or just because I can't deal on that particular day, I'll just tell them to change it. Sometimes you know you're lying, and if you can live with that, more power to you. I don't have enough strength. I put a value on time. I don't have the time to always argue. But there are some people that, I mean, you're obviously lying. There's a armpit stain and you've worn this thing. Your perfume is on it. So, I mean, clothes like that we just give away. We're not going to ever use it again. We just give away. I mean, in 25 years of business, what I've learned is what you can't run out of in business is patience. Don't be in a hurry to react. Don't be in a hurry to react. Even with staff, don't be in a hurry to react.
Wow. In fact, ma'am, you've touched on the next thing I wanted to ask. You would agree that the staff churn rate in retail is extremely high. It's as if you come today, you meet Kemi. The next time you call Miss Adora. The next time you call Miss Shukbumi. And you're just wondering, Why is that? Why is it so high? What is going on there? Why do you think these people come and go at will? And what can really be done? How do you suggest that we can actually manage this as retail entrepreneurs?
When retail entrepreneurs don't hire smarts, that's the honest truth. You want to hire a sales girl, right? You only want to pay 25,000 naira, but you chose the girl that is very well dressed and went to a polytechnic. Are you a fool? She's not going to stay. She's overqualified for the job. That's the reason why you can't, because do you pray for yourself, for your family member to go and be a sales girl with an HND just because times are hard? I hire according to the prospect that you bring to my business. When I hire a sales girl, the first thing I ask them is, where'd you go to school? To be honest, I don't care. I really don't care whether you went to school, you didn't go to school. I've even employed people that barely speak English. I don't care. I care about when they talk to me, do they make eye contact? Is their first expression, there are some people that their instinctive expression is a smile. Is that what is their first? No, I look at people. If you're one of those very serious dark people, you can't be in sales. Nobody will buy anything from you, so I don't need you. I wouldn't hire somebody that has an OND or an HND in sales. It doesn't make any sense. That is not where they see themselves.
Wow.
So somebody says they left school they went to school and they got their WAEC, they want to sit for JAM, they want to work for a couple of years before they go. I will employ them. Oh, I always employ those. And then guess what? My accountant has worked for me now is 13 or 14 years. The manager in Okwebi, Chinyere, started work with us as a sales girl, and she's worked for us for like 8 or 9 years. Yeah. Chinwe, the manager in Ogba, is on her 12th year. I do retain my staff. They go, they get pregnant, they bring the baby, everybody's carrying the baby, including me. We're all fine.
Wow.
So, I mean, I have my megad that I worked with. My first security guard, Abu is 25 years as well. We started everyone together. So you can retain staff. You just have to hire people that are fit for purpose. The worst thing you can do is ever hire somebody that's overqualified, because that is not their dream for themselves. And because we're a small business, at some point in time, the ceiling, the sky is the limit for them, is going to plateau really fast. You're a small business. You cannot give them your job. Or they will be there to learn everything about your business, replicate it, and possibly do it better than you. So when you hire somebody that is fit for purpose. If you are looking for a sales girl, you do not need any degree that is more than school cert. Make sure that the person has a plan for their lives, that they want to do JAM. And when they do their JAM, give them time to do their JAM, because you too, you are praying that your children will prosper and then they will come back. The honest truth about JAM is that, look, they are going to do about 3 or 4 times before they go. So that's 4 years of employment. That's the honest truth.
Wow.
And then when let me also tell you, when they finally are able to go to JAM, because the parents that could not send them to school in the first place have suddenly not gotten richer, they can only do part-time. So part-time means that they cannot come to work on Saturday and maybe one other day of the week, which is perfect. That means they can stay with you, and then when they finish whichever course they do, just move them to manager. Fine, and they are fine where they are. Because that degree that they are going to collect by force is no bank is going to collect it. No civil service is going to collect it. It's only their vanity that made them go and get a degree. That's why people can't retain staff. You employ people that are taking a job out of desperation, but they are overqualified.
This is wisdom.
Yeah. I mean, we had an interview in Sulere 2 years ago, and a woman came. She had her master's and she wanted to be a sales girl because she had that would pay well. So I said, but the basic salary we pay sales girl in every woman is 25,000. Then we pay them a commission based on what they sell. So you might end up with 50 if you're lucky. Some people, I have some sales girls that have collected 100K from me per month. In fact, this particular month, I'm paying salaries on Tuesday. I'm shaking in my boots already because I know the kind of figures they've been telling me they're selling. So I know some people are collecting over 100K from my hand already. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That is, but those people will fight. If a customer says they are not buying, the kind of begging they're going to beg. The girl that has masters is looking at the girl that's saying she wants a suit and she's thinking, this one was my junior, she's beneath me. The way she would even answer that person, they're not fit for purpose. And when I employ managers, I take from my sales girls. So they know that the possibility of you becoming a manager in every woman is very high. I don't employ people to come and lord it over them. I employ people that I've worked with. Within a year, you know who can be a manager.
So good.
When my employees need a soft loan, they know that they can get a soft loan. They just deduct from their salary. It may take a year for them to pay. Those are the things that keep loyalty.
I'm still going to, this particular part of this session is something I would personally spread, because the first line that you gave, you hire foolishly, because a lot of people want to pay just peanuts to someone who is overqualified for the role that you want them to come and face. That is just it sounds like a no-brainer, but that's where a lot of people are. They want someone who dresses in this format. They want someone who has HND. Because we hire for a lot of organizations, for a lot of retail stores, because when people pass through the academy, a lot of retail stores come to meet us to send them candidates from the academy. And one of the first things I started to put my foot down on is, if you, for a particular role, there's a particular amount we advise you not to pay less than. So if you come and you say that you want a manager, and you're telling me that you want to pay the manager 35K, I'm already thinking that, and you expect the best, and they won't be specific, BSc. And I'm like, BSc, how does that even make sense? You know, but this is just so good. I can literally just cut this part of this video and just spread it everywhere. Thank you very, very much, ma'am. I promised myself that I was not going to take more than an hour of your time, because I know personally what it took you to be here. Like you said, you've been confirming payments even while you've been on this call. So, ma'am, just one last thing before you go. What word of advice or word of encouragement do you have for us? And when I mean us, I'm talking about early and budding retail entrepreneurs. What is that one thing you just want us to know before you leave, ma'am?
Okay. Take that thing I said about sentiments very seriously. In every area, every sphere, in every part of your business. If, for the sake of argument, something is not working, I'm not asking you to give up. Check to see whether anything can be salvaged. Don't keep throwing, like, the proverbial African adage, don't keep pouring water in a basket. Let me give you one of the best examples of business I ever had. Is a mentor of mine. She started with the idea of making, drinks like Ribena, but ready to drink ones. And she wanted to do something better than chi. Because she says that there's European mix, there's Asian, that she wanted to do the best ones. And she was making her drinks. She had the best bottles. They were round, they were exotic. And when she put her figures together, she now understood why those people couldn't do the standard they were doing, because the figures in Nigeria just never add up. If you look at having to run your own electricity, the roads, clearing stuff, getting stuff in, it didn't add up. So, but she had the machines. She had the bottles. Do you know what this woman did? Started making dustbin nylon.
Wow.
Because the same machines that used to blow up the bottles can cannibalize old plastic bottles to make dustbin nylons. So she went from this lofty idea of making drinks to being somebody who makes millions on a daily basis with dustbin nylon. States buy from her, companies buy from her. So if you take your ego and your emotions out of it, there is something that is in the part of that business that you're doing that may be profitable, that may be more profitable. Do you remember this man that died? I was such a fan of Tumba Gaddafi that said that shit business is real business. He was making a fortune. He was making a fortune. Do not let your ego. I find that in Nigeria, we care too much what people think. Like somebody said to me, when we started making clothes in Nigeria, that, oh, you bring down my brand. I said, do you know that it costs me more to make things in Nigeria? But just because I have creative control and I don't have to deal with customs, I prefer it. So I came out in the open and said, yes, I have a range of things that are made in Nigeria. Anything that you see Debs written on it is made in Nigeria, designed by me. Anything that you see Empress written on it is made in Nigeria and designed by me. And guess what? They are sold abroad. So I don't care if somebody with a colonial mentality would now say that, oh, is it made in Turkey? Madam, you are buying a dress that's 3 for 10K. Is it made in Turkey? Which Turkey is that? Is it Turkey that has giza that they sell in Ojota? Or which Turkey are you talking about? With my full chest, I can tell you that it is made in Nigeria. I absolutely love it. And one of the things I learned, because I've been in factories around the world, my friends have a contract with Topshop. You know Topshop has closed down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You know, my friends, they had the contract for Topshop. They had the contract for Dulce's. They had the contract for Dorothy Perkins. There are factories in Romania. The family is called Erkan Gogo. Well, one of them is called Erkan, but their name is Erkan. They have family. The people that make for Marks and Spencer is a family called no, I know their name escapes me now. They are in a place called Hangzhou in China. I've been to that factory. If you see factory, the factory is the size of Sulere. They are the ones that make for Marks and Spencer. So I know what quality control is, and I knew I could help some Nigerians build it. Do you know I've been able to create factories from people that were just sewing for cut and sew, and now they won't touch you. I have a tailor that I was able to create. I was able to convince to do mass production for us. He makes the best skirts. Our skirts go worldwide. Somebody called him recently that they want to make something. They would even pay him 5,000. I said, Madam, I don't work like that. I have, and he barely speaks English. I have contracts. I don't do that work again.
Wow.
You cannot do that work again. He collects about a minimum of 280,000 naira every week. What do you want to give him? 35K? Because you know what? He cannot break the production line. If you break the production line for 35K, something will go missing. They will join one fabric with the wrong fabric. He can't break it. Do you understand? All of this is still based on an approach business from a business perspective. Like you can have an audit of your business now. Look at every part of it. Detach yourself as if you're not involved. And look at the ones that are making money and the ones that could make money. Pay attention to those. Online business is costing me nothing apart from a few Android phones, employing a few more people, and their office is still less than this room I'm sitting in.
Whoa.
So you can understand the idea for me. I mean, I'm excited to close down Solo and Sulere. In fact, I'm excited. Why? Because I'm looking forward to the possibility of having a big building that is just me and my online people, and then we do our videos, and then we sell, and then we dispatch. Nobody disturbing us. The way Agos does business, they only have a shop front. You look at the catalog, buy and go. So for me, for young people, please take sentiments out of it. Take what they will say out of it. Do an audit and be truthful to yourself. What is profitable? What is profitable? What could be made profitable? Pay attention to that. Scale it down. And Nigerians have a bad habit of wanting to start everything from the penthouse. They want to build a building from the penthouse. No, scale it down and see what it brings. Then start gently putting money into it. Before you know it, we'll be talking 25 years down the line.
Whoa. What can I say to these things? I'm excited. Ma, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're
From my
welcome.
heart, I just want to say thank you. This has been more than I ever expected, and I'm sure everyone who is listening, I'm just saying, wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you for the time taken this evening. We really do appreciate you. God bless you, and do have
You're
a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I would appreciate a copy of the recording if
Oh, yes,
possible, but if
ma'am.
it's not possible, or just tag me when you.
It's very possible. I will send you the link right away after this, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. God bless everyone.
Thank you, and bless you too, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so we've come to the end of yet another session. I'm so sure, without any form of doubt in my heart, that this particular session got you all fired up and pumped up. Coming from someone who has 25 years, 25. I did not say 2.5 years. I did not say 5 years. Neither did I say 12 years. I said 25 years. Coming from someone with that wealth of experience up her sleeve, you can hear all she said. Take a moment to go back, rethink all the things that you have jotted down. One of the most mind-blowing things that she said is take your emotions out of your business. Take your emotions out of your business and put more effort in where the money really is. Forget about what people say or, oh, this is how it should be done. No, be more logical about your decisions. And one of the things she also said and emphasized on is that the numbers don't lie. When you pay attention to what the numbers are saying, you'll be more logical in taking your decisions. So we come to another end, looking forward to another session. You don't want to know who we're bringing yet, but be patient. Will be another one that you will be fired up by. Do have a wonderful week and do have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.